Hello everybody, what is up? Proptoast here, and today we got a review. I've been waiting for a while to do this to when I actually had a chance, but finally. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to talk about the things I like, don't like, and why I think it's actually a pretty awesome console. And second, we're going to talk about how the Pro Controller is, because I gotta say, right off the bat, this is a pretty awesome controller, and I was actually surprised at how good the quality is with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the review. Alright, so first we're going to start out with the console itself before we get into all the accessories. But as you can see, it sits pretty nicely here. In order to take it out, all you have to do is unplug it like that. And definitely pretty nice. So, a lot of weird rumors, like supposedly people saying it's warped. As you can see, this one is not warped whatsoever. People have been saying the dock's been scratching the screen. As you can see, no screen at all, no scratches at all, and this is only, you barely only recently put a screen protector on, and it hasn't had any troubles whatsoever. But other than that, it's been pretty good, and of course, you got the fancy, handy-dandy Joy-Con controller, which these just slide pretty easy off, which I gotta say, when the console's on, and you plug it in, and you snap these back in, that's such a satisfying little click or its switch sound. So as you see, the console just sits normally in there, and these just sit there and slide. Click right on there, click right on there, and I don't know if it's pretty comfortable. Buttons are a little small, triggers are definitely getting used to, but other than that, pretty dang comfortable. As you can see, the only gripe I would have along with this is the fact that you can't charge the Joy-Cons from this little deal. It would have been cool if they had some sort of, USB Type-C at the top or something that allowed you to charge it, but unfortunately we don't have that. But you know what, that's okay, because you can still charge them there once you're done. These things have pretty darn good battery life. I haven't actually seen them really played long enough to actually run out of battery, so definitely pretty cool. So one issue to get off, I should have brought these with me before doing the review, but so you get the little shoulder things that slide on. A lot of people will be getting this stuck, and mainly, I don't know, it's kind of a little on both sides. Like, Nintendo should have probably put a good indicator on which way, because it can slide on either way, but the thing you gotta look at is on the things that slide on here, they have a plus and minus sign. You need to make sure those are aligned with the plus and the minus on this one, because otherwise you're gonna have a bad time trying to get that unstuck. But other than that, it's a pretty well built console. I have actually no complaints about it. As you can see, all you have to do is say, oh man, I want to take this on the go. After you slide that in, boom, you got yourself a portable console, which is pretty cool. So as for the dock's a decent little weight. It's nothing super fancy. You got the USB ports here. The thing I love about this thing is you got your, looks like a USB Type-C, USB 3.0, and an HDMI, but it's actually really nice, especially for, cable management. The fact that you just plug them on all here, they go out this hole, and then boom, you close it up, and it looks sleek and nice. Now, as for how people are somehow scratching this, I have no clue, because this thing sits in there so easily. Like, I guess, I don't know if they're setting it backwards like that, that could be doing it, but all you have to do is sit it in the way of the Switch, and that's all you gotta do. Don't gotta sit there and try with it, push hard or anything. So other than that, that's pretty much the hardware. And then before we go on to games and all that, we'll go ahead and check out this Pro Controller. Now this one, I was actually really surprised, because I was wondering, alright, how is Nintendo gonna do on their Pro Controller? Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna suck? And I gotta say, this thing is sturdy as heck. It actually feels like pretty darn close to a 360 controller, because this thing has great build quality, nice triggers, buttons are actually nicely sized, has a cool little see-through plastic as you can see there. I don't know if this is the one that showed it. I thought there was something like with I don't know if this is maybe the Joy-Cons, but there's like a message underneath one of them. But other than that, as you can see, nice backing, has USB Type-C charging, which is awesome. I'm glad more devices are finally getting this. But other than that, this thing's, oh yeah, and it's also already natively ready to work on the PC I think even with Steam and all that. So this is definitely really cool. It's already PC ready. And just a really excellent bundle to have, especially if you're going to be doing hardcore games. I'm going to be doing Street Fighter when other games come out. But yeah, other than that, definitely really great. Really was actually pretty satisfied with the quality of this and how they built it, even the little kind of grips right here. So yeah, that's about it for my hardware standpoint. Let's go ahead and talk about the software. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and talk about the software on this bad boy. Now, well, right after launch, this doesn't have a ton of games, which kind of sucks, but the good thing is at least they put Zelda as launch hub, because that game has so much to freaking explore, so much adventuring that it's going to last you a while. And I don't know, I'm kind of excited, but not excited just because, I don't know, kind of a little bit more expensive for plastic ones, but it is actually totally cool that we got our cartridges back again. And yes, these, if you heard that Nintendo purposely made these taste bad, it is true. I personally tried it. I'm not going to try it here because I don't want to do that again, because these things, I don't know what they put on them, whether it's a plastic or a coating they did, but it just tastes freaking horrible. Like, I was like, why? Why? Like, I wouldn't even... Hold on, I'm trying to get the cartridge. I'm doing it the wrong way. There we go. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties. But yeah, so I was just like laughing because if they wanted to mention that these cartridges supposedly taste bad, I would never have even thought to put this anywhere near my mouth. But they were like, it tastes bad. I was like, well, you know what? That just makes me want to taste it now. What the hell? Why would you do that, Nintendo? But that aside, it's definitely pretty cool. Of course, thing keeps turning on. So as for battery life, I know with the Zelda it gets about 3 hours, so it's kind of so-so, but it's kind of cool if you're on like a little business trip or you're just on a long car ride and you want to play some console games for like a few hours and everything. So definitely pretty nice. So right off the bat, like, there's some indie games. There's like 1-2 Switch was like, eh. I know Mario Kart comes out this month on the 21st. It'll actually finally have a second good game. I mean, not to say that some of the indie games are bad, but it's just like, for a launch title, there's not that many. Like, there's many Bomberman that's pretty good, but other than that, there's not a ton of them that are really like, hey, you need this game, you gotta buy this console. It's kind of like, well, Zelda's really the only one there for now. Once ARMS, it was a Super Mario Kart comes out, then at least have some 3 pretty good longevity games and good multiplayer games. Now, would I like to see Super Smash on this? Yes, that would be freaking cool. So yeah, other than that, the cool thing is, as weird it is, you can sit there and be playing on a TV, but you can also be holding, like, hold on these. Like, literally, you can just be holding the Joy-Cons like this and just be playing, like, Legend of Zelda or whatever game you're playing. So that was kind of trippy. And yeah, so far, there's been people, you've probably already seen online about having all these glitches come out, having the system start screeching, overheating, warping, all this stuff. So far, none of that has been really experienced with this console. The only one that has is maybe like one time it started heating up, but then all you really had to do is hold down the power button, turn it off. It cooled down after a while. So far, hasn't done it since. So all in all, I say this is definitely a really good step in the right direction for Nintendo. The Wii U would have done really good, but it wasn't as powerful. Their marketing was horrible on it. And yeah, so this one, they've done excellent marketing. The hardware is great. The fact that you have a console you can take wherever you go. And the graphics actually look really nice, because I have tested out the Wii version of was it Breath of the Wild, and also compared it with the Switch version. And while the Wii U version, yes, it still looks good. But the only thing is the Switch version, you can tell so much more in detail, reflectedness on the ground, long draw distances as you see are like a massive landscape that you can just go and explore. So it was definitely really cool to see a game like that. I'm really curious to see how Skyrim's gonna look on that, because that's definitely gonna be a cool one to be able to take wherever you go. Because I mean, portable Skyrim, that's something I've been thinking like, one of these days, maybe the Vita, and that never happened. So this is going to be the only way to get a portable Skyrim, which is badass. So, any negatives I can take about this? The only thing is you don't want to put skins on this at all. avoid doing that at all costs, because for whatever reason the adhesive that's on the skins eats away at like the plastic on this. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So yeah, just avoid that at all times. I don't know if they're gonna find a workaround with that. Find a way to maybe make a skin that doesn't sit there and just completely mess up the plastic. But other than that, great console. As for right now, it's not like you're not going to be able to find it, because like usual when it comes to a popular Nintendo product, you're not going to be able to find this right away in stores. Excuse me. Basically, yeah, since the launch day, it has not, I don't think I've ever seen a store once or heard of it being in the store. Supposedly Nintendo's upping production to hopefully try and get more of these out to the general public. So yeah, so other than that, my score is, I'd say that it's definitely a great console, fantastic idea, great marketing. Oh yeah, one more issue to also talk about is the Joy-Con desyncing issue. I know a lot of people talked about this, but quite honestly, it wasn't extremely noticeable with this. I took with whatever one, I found the one that would do it more, but basically I tested with both. I literally had to go almost all the way from the front room, almost all the way over here, like to basically the bathroom before my bedroom door, and go inside the bathroom with it behind my back, and then it would start to do it. But I had to go literally out of my way to get any sort of desyncing issue. So I don't know whether it's just some units, maybe not all of them are effective, maybe it's just a select few, but as for this one right here, it's really not noticeable. It's never actually happened any time I'm playing a game. I don't think I could possibly get far enough from the TV for it to happen. I would literally, for some weird reason, be having to play in an opposite room, which I don't know how to see the TV, so that would be kind of stupid. But yeah, so as for that, don't really see that happening. So would I say run out and buy this when you can? The only reason why you would probably want to get this right this second is because it's not easy to find. And like, once it starts getting more out there, once you start seeing it to where it's easy to buy, then it'll be more easy to make a decision, because for right now, all of the main AAA game you're going to only have for it is Zelda. So if you're a Zelda fan, that's freaking awesome. But if you're someone who for whatever reason owns a Nintendo console and is not a Zelda fan, then you're not going to have a lot of luck with good games unless you're into a lot of the indies, which you do got Shovel Knight, The Binding of Isaac. They got some good ones on there. Then I think they got like Street Fighter on there. So there's some cool little RPGs, but no really super big AAA games. Like I know Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will eventually come to this, but I'm looking forward to the future. I want to see third-party support for sure. I'm looking like we're going to get that, because on my previous video, when we actually named off the games that are coming to this, we did see that we are getting a pretty decent amount of third-party support. For some reason, we're getting Farming Simulator. Don't know why, but that's the thing. But yeah, other than that, I would definitely, big thumbs up, recommend this Nintendo Switch. It is a great innovation. It's Nintendo once again pulling off some sort of wacky, crazy design, but making it cool. Many people didn't like the Wii U. I thought it was pretty cool that I could just sit there, have something else on TV, play it handheld, and the controller wasn't really that bad. Worked fine for Smash Bros. But the online was horrible. So that's another thing I'm waiting to see with this is they're starting their whole paid online with Nintendo. So once more games that are actually heavily online played come out, I guess we can see that is your service worth it, or have they actually improved it quite a bit? Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see for now. Other than that, so yeah, I give both the Switch and the Pro Controller. If you're going to get the Switch, definitely look into getting a Pro Controller. It's a little pricey, starting at $79, but the price you're paying is quality, it's thick, it does not feel like you're going to sit there and drop this and it's going to crack. It feels like this thing could easily take a bit of punishment and you'd be fine. So other than that, go ahead and lightly put this down real quick. So yeah, that's my full review on this thing. Like I said, I think Nintendo is definitely doing a fantastic job. I can't wait to see what games are going to come out, what third-party support will come out for this. But until that does happen, we'll have to wait and see. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Of course, I always love the support. And as always, be sure to, if you haven't subscribed yet, check it out down below. It's for free. And maybe drop a like on this video, maybe a share, maybe a comment. If you own a Switch or you're thinking about getting a Switch, tell me what your thoughts are. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.